on the screen, you'll see a slide that has a standard church that's across the board, especially if you're in the Bible Belt of the United States. It's a standard Baptist church in the South. And, you know, it's like a church that I grew up in. It's not the prettiest thing in the whole world. It's built in the 40s and 50s. And we had a bridal session that the bride and groom, the bride grew up in this church. Her parents were the preachers in this church, and she wanted her engagement session in this church. And Cody and I showed up, and we were completely lost on how to get these images to basically honor this family, because she was the sweetest woman in the world. This would be this would be like the area that you would say, no, I do not want to photograph in. But because our clients truly wanted to be in here, and they were such wonderful people, we did what we could to get into it. And so we basically got there. We were wondering how it is, and if you look at the image, you'll basically see a standard church. It's got ugly red carpet, nasty brown wood paneling. Over on the left side and the right side is basically just some standard windows that are they're stained glass, but they're really no pattern. They're kind of ugly. And so what Cody and I did with one wireless light, we literally sat there and we basically turned off the entire process, turned off all the lights, basically used one wireless flash, kept the baptismal area, which is important to her, which is her faith, and used one wireless flash to light her up. So by turning off the lights, those ugly windows that were ugly now have that beautiful yellow glow that you see on the left side as a beautiful rim light. And then the one wireless flash would light her up, and we used TTL. We basically used the baptism area as the background, as our sun, as our sky, as our lawn, whatever we were doing today. It's the exact same technique. We basically metered for that background, showed that, and then used TTL to light up our client. And it basically, all these images are in that exact same church using the one wireless light and using the glow of those ugly stained glass windows as a beautiful glow once you turn off the lights. If we would have never turned off these lights, we would have never had a chance to capture any of these images. And so I want to challenge each and every one of you that are listening, that watched over the last 2 days, to really challenge yourself, to think outside the box, to be inspired by other people's needs and wants, not just yours as an artist. And challenge yourself to take exactly what we did here, this young lady's faith in this church and her passion for this church. It wasn't ours, but it was hers, and then we used our art to make her dreams come true. And I think that's the true sign of a real photographer, a real professional, is when you can take your art and not just push it on your clients, but take your art and blend it in with your clients and blend it into their dreams, and then together you make a complete package.